We believe in never settle, and we want to do diverse output. Everything else sort of has to fill in the gaps around that. It's like, the closer you are to real people, the closer you are to real problems and real issues that you can be part of.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to We Are Duffree's Perspectives.
We have a lot of responsibility. We reach thousands and millions of people through the projects that we're doing.
We are a creative agency maximizing the positive impact on businesses, society, and our planet.
So if you currently look at all communication marketing campaigns, it's not always representing society.
Radical change needs to happen now. Otherwise, brands and companies are going to get left behind.
If you're a marketing manager, if you're in a senior position, you're an opportunity maker. So how can you redistribute those opportunities in an interesting way?
Every week, founder Mitchell talks to visionaries and changemakers who are shaking up the status quo.
We create content for every living soul on this planet.
Get ready to be launched into a new perspective.
We've got a quick fire round question. Your ultimate creative inspiration.
Lego.
Pre-COVID or post-COVID life?
Oh, shit. Post. It's got to be post, but give it to me.
It's going to be beautiful and brilliant.
Okay, I'll take it.
We just have to get through this.
I'll take it. I'll take the post.
What is your biggest strength?
Just keep on moving. I think that's the vibe.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Yeah, I do like eating gross food. Chocolate late at night.
Yeah?
Tony's Chocolate Only.
Who do you most want to work with at some point in your career?
Oh, Steve McQueen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He lives in Amsterdam, doesn't he?
He does. I've figured out where he lives, but I'm not going to stalk him.
Last, what's your favorite book?
I'm reading the Black Jacobins at the moment, which is the history of the Haitian slave rebellion. It's pretty good. I'm really into these history books at the moment. It's like orientation, if you like.
Alex, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. Can you tell us a little bit who you are, what do you do, and how did you get where you are now?
Alex Bennett-Grant. I run a ideas company in Amsterdam called We Are Pi, having founded it in 2011, which was a period not dissimilar to now. There wasn't a pandemic, but it was like
just the financial crisis, right?
Yeah, and it was the sort of unrest and period of change.
Mm-hmm.
And but before that, I originally grew up in the UK, and I've been living here for about 14 years.
What made you decide to start your own agency?
Well, we started the agency because we could, and we wanted to try something a bit risky.
Mm-hmm.
Because myself, I was 28 when we started.
That's funny. I started We Are Duffree, like we exist now for 2 years. I started it when I was 28 as well.
So it's like you can,
yeah,
you did.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the sort of on the surface, and then below the surface, there was a sort of feeling that the brands that we were working with in an advertising agency in a more classic sense were struggling to get the value out of that traditional advertising agency because they need the ideas, but the form that would serve them up as like TV ads, they just couldn't afford it, or they couldn't justify it, or they were looking for other solutions at the time. And so we sort of saw that and thought, well, maybe there's a different way to do it, still focusing on ideas, but focusing more on, diverse output and finding different solutions. So that was the sort of business thing. But yeah, really it was like a mixture of the business side and the personal side and wanting to take a risk and try something new and feeling like Amsterdam offered an environment where you could try something, maybe more so than other places.
How would you define the pirate spirit that characterizes We Are Piers?
Arr. The pirate spirit, it's just swagger. I think it's a sort of sense of independence is the foundation of it, and a sense of adventure, and searching for new things, and this sort of idea that we sort of live by, which is the idea of never settling, for status quo. I think all those things feel like positive pirate attributes, and it's certainly true of our team and what we're trying to do.
Do you feel like coming from a different ad agency, a more regular agency environment, do you feel like you really need to invent this new vibe and give your people that you work with more independence?
Well, it's a funny thing because the truth is that I came from a pretty rad agency environment. I wasn't running away from a traditional culture. I was leaving an excellent culture at Wieden & Kennedy, and I think I sort of discovered what a company culture could be in that environment, and I discovered what international business and creativity and what happens when the creatives are running the show. That was a mind-blowing experience when I arrived in Amsterdam, and it's like, move over account management, move over everyone else, creators running the show. I was like, this is great, right? So day one, everyone's like, what is it? What's your magic sauce? What's your special trick? What's your strategic framework or your unique product that you're selling? And you're like, and you make up all this shit, right? Like, you just make up all this stuff just to sort of make it different from everyone else. But the truth is, you don't really know. Like, you just, all we knew is like, we're pirates. We believe in never settle, and we want to do diverse output of work. Everything else sort of has to fill in the gaps around that. It took a few years. Yeah, let's just say that it took a few years to figure out how to sort of define and codify our culture even more. The beginning of Pi was just a sort of festival of new thinking and progressive sort of values and exchange and in all of that sort of frenzy of excitement, which is a bit, it's chaos and it's passion and it's dreaming, and it's great, basically focusing on work that has value beyond revenue, focusing on at least committing a certain amount of your time to cultural projects which have a broader impact, and also diversifying everything as much as we can. And so we certainly started with that thing, and then what you learn, or what I learned along the journey, is it's really something you have to do every day in order to make it even happen 1%.
How can agencies balance commercial bottom lines with impactful content?
We'll try and figure that out.
Well,
I mean, I think that agencies have to get closer to brands and particular marketeers and people in brands who actually have initiatives in that space. Step one. I mean, we are, sadly, like it or not, we're service-based businesses, right? So you've got to serve something. So if you're not serving brands that have any initiatives that are purposeful or any value that they can contribute beyond products, then it's going to make it pretty difficult. And then equally, I think agencies and creative businesses need to get close to the customer, the consumer, real people. And, like you guys are doing editorial work, it's like, the closer you are to real people, the closer you are to real problems and real issues that you can be part of. So I feel like you just have to get closer to the agency that sits in the middle, waiting for the brief and, trying to spin it into purpose, or like treating the consumer as an alien versus talking to them. I mean, they're fucked, really. I mean, you just got to get close to the edges. And if you're on the edges, generally you're going to see and feel more of the real world, and therefore it's easier to bring into your work.
What would be your best vision for a marketeer to do in this new 2021 era?
There's only one thing that marketers need to do in the 21 era. Work with Pi a lot. The more, the merrier. And support the ++1 program that we launched last week. If you do those two things, you will be a successful brand, I think.
What is the program about?
So ++1 is the Netherlands' first diversity inclusion program for creative marketing. It's also, I've discovered, the first program for creative marketing in the Netherlands, full stop, industry-wide. There isn't a standard sort of how to learn how to be a marketeer or how to learn how to be a copywriter or whatever the function. There isn't really a standard industry-wide program for that. It's a game changer because what we've managed to do is we've managed to convince all the different organizations, of which there are a lot, marketing organizations, digital marketing, agencies, media, all these different sort of different groups to just unify. Don't go off and make your own thing. Let's do it together. Don't go off and do a Dutch thing and then do an international thing separately. Let's do it together. Like there's no organizing committee. We have to invent it. Like make an Excel spreadsheet and just start filling in the names. Like we need to reach out to these people. On one side, it's a small group of people. On the other side, it's actually more than you think. Like there's some great talent. Yeah. So if you're a marketeer in 2021, you need to get on that. And of course, the other thing is come and work with Pi.
Great. Thank you very much for coming over and having this conversation with me.
Yeah, pleasure. Thanks
really appreciate it. All the best.
Thank you.
And hope to speak soon.
Cool. Thanks a lot, man.
Take care.
Thank you.